Hello YouTube, Badge here. Today I am with a commentary over some Halo 5 Guardians beta week 1 gameplay. So Halo 5 Guardians is quite a different take on the Halo series, but at the same time it still keeps that like Halo feel. Like a lot of people criticize this game from just looking at the gameplay and they say, oh, this is just Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. That is not true at all. The gameplay is completely different. The only thing we now have, like, the only things that really are the same as Call of Duty is the fact that sprinting and the fact that you can now climb up onto ledges and stuff. I mean, but that's kind of, those two things are kind of like in every first-person shooter now, and it's just kind of needed, to be honest. Sprinting it was changed from Halo 4 though, because now sprinting, when you're sprinting, your shields don't recharge, so that adds a little extra challenge to sprinting, so you don't want to always be sprinting all the time, even though I have a habit of doing so. And also, people think the zooming in is like ADS, like in Call of Duty and like multiple other games, but the thing is it still, there's no penalty to, there's no penalty for hip firing like there would be in a Call of Duty game or Battlefield or whatever, and you still get unscoped one shot and all that stuff, so it's pretty much the exact same thing as zooming in, except now you can do it with automatic weapons like the AR, and it's not really a sight for the AR, it's really just kind of zooming in a little bit, but I mean, yes, the default controls, it is left trigger to zoom in like it would be in Call of Duty, but that can still be changed and it can still work like the normal scope does if you're using a different control scheme. Anyways, that's that. But they also added in, so when you're sprinting, so when you're in full momentum, I think it's terminal velocity when you're sprinting, there's two things you can do. You can either do a shoulder bash, which I don't know if I used in any of this gameplay or not. I might have. Or you can slide, which I may have done her once or twice, but I don't use slide that much. I don't find it that useful. But you can slide, and you can shoulder bash. Of course, I guess, yes, sliding is in Call of Duty as well. It's still almost a standard thing for first-person shooters now. So, I mean, I guess, sure, it might have taken some things from Call of Duty, and it might be a little bit like Call of Duty, but it still plays very different, because it takes a lot of skill to aim, I feel like, because I think people recorded it, and I heard something about, like, there's a less bullet magnetism, which, I mean, pretty much every first-person shooter has, but apparently this Halo has the least bullet magnetism out of all the other Halo games. So, there's that. Sometimes I feel like when I use the DMR, it's a little harder to aim, but I mean, as long as you're good at aiming, you can still do good with that. Yet again, I'm not quite sure if there's DMR gameplay within this video or not. There might be, but most of the game, like, I had a clip that I took out because it made the video like go into 15 minutes, and I didn't want one commentary to be 15 minutes. So I took one of the clips out, so I don't know if that was the DMR gameplay or not. But so most of this video is a match of Truth, which is an awesome remake of Midship from Halo 2, which you guys were wondering, yes, Midship, if you guys aren't like completely in the loop, but you think you've seen it before and you haven't played like Halo 2 or something like that, Midship has also been remade in Halo 3 as Heretic, I think, and Halo Reach as Zealous or something like that. But yes, this is an awesome remake from a very competitive map from Halo 2, and there's been changes to it, I'm sure, but it's still kind of the general base idea that you're on this ship, this Covenant ship, and it's like this very smaller esports centric map. And the other map, there's not a whole match of gameplay on here because I didn't want to put 2 full matches in this video because then it would go on for too long. But I think the first couple clips showed a little bit of it. It was Empire. That's also a pretty interesting map. I don't think it's a remake of anything. It's a new unique map to Halo 5. But the thing is that both the maps are very Oh wait, I don't think I talked about the rest of the game mechanics. Sorry, this is a little not that organized of a commentary. But there's ground pounding as well, where this works a lot different from Halo, from like Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, where in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare you can do a ground pound from any height, and the ground pound always kills. Like as long as you hit them, it always kills your enemy, or no matter what. And also it's an instantaneous thing. Where in this, if you don't have enough height, you can't ground pound. The ground pound, the longer you hold it, the more powerful it is, I'm pretty sure. And you can like stay in the air and aim it. You can't do that in Advanced Warfare, so it's different. And also the booster pack, it doesn't allow you to double jump all over the place. Obviously, I mean, you still have a higher jump than I think you would in Call of Duty, like just as a single jump, but it's always been like that in Halo. But yeah, it's not, you don't have your double jumping or any of that, stuff that just kind of ruins the gameplay a little bit. Yeah, sometimes Advanced Warfare, the whole jumping everywhere, double jumping everywhere kind of ruins it a little bit, but it's still fun. It's still like Advanced Warfare, but still, it doesn't have any of that. And also the thruster, the little pack that you have, is just pretty much the thruster from Halo 4. I don't think it makes it go as far, but obviously it recharges every couple seconds, and it's very useful. I still getting the hang of using it, but usually I use it just to get around faster. But I know you can do it to evade enemies. Like I've seen one person, what they did is they saw someone that's coming up behind them, they jumped over the person's head and then boosted backwards and like assassinated him. That was pretty cool. I don't think I've done that because I'm not as cool as that person that I saw that did that. I think that was on a Halo follower video. But what do I actually think about this? This whole thing? Halo 5 Guardians beta, obviously there's not a whole lot here. There's one game mode, which is Slayer, and you start with the AR and Magnum, which by the way, the Magnum is pretty powerful, it's pretty cool. And there's like, one map has a sniper, one map has the Prophet's Bane, which is, I don't know if it's a replacement for the sword. I didn't know there's that much of a difference, but I'm sure all the people who are really, into all the, esports and stuff like that, like are really into all the stats of all the weapons and actually, like, look at that stuff up. I'm sure they can tell me the difference between, like, the Halo 4's Energy Sword and Prophet's Bane, but I don't know. So, what do I think about this? I mean, obviously, this is just week 1. Week 2, they're going to add some more stuff, and week 3, they're going to add even more stuff. Apparently, by the end of the beta, we're going to see 7 maps and a couple different game modes. Right now, obviously, there isn't much here. There's 2 maps, and there is 1 game mode, which you start with the AR and the Magnum, and it's just Slayer. So, there isn't much here, but I'm not going to really focus on what's not here. I will talk about a little bit why I'm disappointed of what's not here. So I mean, for what's here, it's a very fun, competitive. I can see this going very far into the esports, in all the tournaments and stuff. I can see, esports for Halo evolving, because I mean they already had a couple of Halo 2 tournaments, which is pretty cool, and the Halo 2 anniversary. But I can definitely see, a lot of stuff happening with this, and in fact that they actually have some pro players that work for 343 when they go to do gameplay testing and stuff. this is from, if you watch the sprint on the Halo channel, you can find more about that through the development of the Halo 5 Guardians multiplayer beta. But that's pretty cool. We haven't, so the only actual gameplay of Halo 5 we've seen and been able to play is the arena multiplayer beta, right? So it's just this arena multiplayer, very competitive stuff. Now that's fun in games and stuff, but the thing is my favorite part of Halo multiplayer, when I played, like, you know, thousands of hours of Halo 3 and Halo 4 and Halo Reach, was, you know, Forge and like vehicle combat and big team battle and stuff like that. Like, I really like having, you know, a full match. What was it like back then, 8v8 and stuff like that, a full match. You know, having people drive around Warhogs, or like getting on a flying vehicle in Halo, in a Hornet in Halo 3, and doing the capture the flag, like flag runs with someone driving the Hornet and someone backing up the flag runner. You know, because you can have two passengers in the Hornet, they can go across, and, you know, do flag running and stuff. Like, I really like that kind of gameplay in Halo on these bigger maps with a bunch of people. I want to see that in Halo 5. We're probably not going to see any of that in the beta. It seems like they already said what's going to be coming next week. I think next week was Breakout and another map, and then, or something like that. But I will do a video on the new stuff that comes out next week. I'm probably going to do a video for each week. There's going to be 3 weeks of the beta, just if you guys were wondering. But I mean, like, I really want to see some big team battle stuff. That would be awesome. But as I said, for what's here, I don't know. I'm really excited to see more stuff out of Halo 5. This will probably be like my biggest game next year, right next to Star Wars Battlefront 3. So probably gonna be, you know, one of my most favorite games that comes out next year, as well as I said, Star Wars Battlefront 3, which I'm really excited for, and whatever new Call of Duty comes out next year is made by Treyarch. So new zombies, next gen zombies, that's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see what they do with next gen zombies. Hopefully the new Call of Duty that comes out next year, hopefully it's not developed for past gen, you know, 360 and PS3, so we can get a full next gen zombies experience. I really hope that we don't, you know, have to play. I mean, obviously I'll still get it on probably Xbox One, but I'm saying, you know, hopefully they don't try to, you know, bring down the quality of the game by trying to put it on the older consoles. But anyway, I'm out of time here. I rate 10 out of 10, you know, whatever. It's really fun on the Halo 5 beta. If you guys enjoyed, and peace.